Yeah, what a what a travesty. We saw another really quite bad scorecard last night. Just another proof that American boxing judging in boxing has really become a problem. Really corrupt. Really disgusts me to my stomach. Bohachuk versus Ortiz. No way Ortiz won that fight. Let me just tell you that right away. That's not the way I see it. Yeah, he was aggressive. He was throwing a lot of punches, but that doesn't equal winning a fight. All right. He was still getting hit. He was dropped twice. And, for him to get that fight still, without, while the rest of the fight was so close, actually, he got also nailed more than once, besides those two times he was dropped. Uh, and for him to get the decision still, like he must have won 8 rounds to get that decision that he got. And boy, let me tell you right away, he did not win 8 rounds. 8 rounds, sorry. No, no fucking way, man. That was one lousy decision. 114, one or 113, 113. Yeah, maybe I can maybe agree with that, but even that is a stretch. If it had been a draw, alright, I wouldn't have much problems. I mean, I wouldn't protest so much because you gotta protect Ortiz is a very protected asset and talent. So they didn't want to spoil chances for a future fight with Crawford or somebody like that, Tim Tszyu maybe. But yeah, still it's a robbery definitely. I mean, for two judges to give him the fight at all, and with 2 points margin as well, it's just ridiculous. I mean, the fight was close throughout till the very end. And Bohachuk did kind of still keep landing in the last 2 rounds. Like when I've read the report, you would think that Ortiz completely dominated the last 3 rounds. That was not the case. He may have won those rounds, but still Bohachuk was landing punches. And the rest of the fight very close. But Bohachuk was definitely having his moments and winning rounds as well. And a fight like this to give anybody 8 rounds, it's just a disgrace. I feel a fight this close, and especially with. I mean, if Bohachuk had been an American, definitely, or even I don't know, maybe from Mexico, even. I mean, if he had been a Puerto Rican, uh, I can guarantee you he would be most likely. I don't gonna not gonna say 100%, but most likely 99% would likely that he would be given the decision last night. I mean, to score 2 knockdowns once again, to win as many rounds as he did, at least 5 rounds, right? And nobody likes to see a draw in a fight like this for a title, world title. And so he would be given a decision. I think you can safely make a case that he won the fight, that he deserved to win, that he won enough rounds. That means 6 rounds to snatch the fight. But yeah, maybe even 7. I don't know. I still have to watch the fight again. I like the whole fight, but I just am very kind of disappointed once again, upset. I mean, yeah, Virgil Ortiz is a very exciting fighter, but he looked far from dominant last night and far from impressive. He just did enough, so those judges could hand him the victory, like without really deserving to win. But in America, it's enough to win. These days, 5, 6 rounds. If you are the home fighter, you get the decision, no problem. So yeah, it's a shame because Bohachuk has worked so hard to get himself where he is or where he was before the fight to be the interim WBC champion. He scored his had scored his best victory yet over Brian Mendoza, and very impressive look he looked there. And last night he gave it his 100% and gave us a good fight, a really great fight, even only to get robbed. I mean, where else have you heard about the guy scoring two knockdowns and not losing, the majority of the rounds and still not getting the decision, losing actually the decision in the end? It's preposterous, man. Yeah. Even if you can make the case that Ortiz won, more rounds, it's still he sure hell didn't win 8 rounds in my view anyway, in my opinion, definitely. And so many of those rounds were actually so close that they were hard to score. Also, I might say, also those last 3 rounds, you might say as well. And yeah, and also I didn't like the way Ortiz both times protested those knockdowns. That shows he's got a big ego also. So, but I trust he soon will be corrected by either Crawford or, Tsu or even maybe Madrimov. I don't know, whoever fights him. But I hope it won't be Madrimov, because he's also from the East, so he will likely get robbed as well. As he also had a very close fight with Crawford, but of course it went to Crawford instead of maybe it being a draw or whatever. So yeah, I'm just sick and tired. Each time I see two guys, one is from the East, either Eastern Europe or Asia, like Madrimov is from, and the other one is from the West. Most often USA. I know that USA guy, unless he gets knocked out or completely dominated, he will get the decision. So it's really fucking disgusting, I mean, yeah. And the careers of these fighters from the East get ruined by these asshole judges, and they have to start over, and then, they get avoided. Then after losing a fight, everybody goes, "Oh, I don't have to fight this guy now. He lost." I want to fight the guy who beat him, instead for more money. And it's just disgusting. I got nothing else to say. We saw another case of preferential judging, really home judging, and it sickens me. Even though it wasn't the worst robbery, let me make that clear. No, no, but still, I felt it was unjust. Once again, to repeat, a fighter who scores two knockdowns is in a very close fight, still loses the fight, and none of the judges gives him, at least if the third judge had given him the fight, but he had it a draw. So I am really speechless. I mean, yeah, the judging in American boxing is rotten, really rotten, and they have no place calling anybody else, out for this before they fix it, before they, sweep up their own dirty alley. So yeah, thank you. Bye.